Hello everyone. Today we want to discuss a topic that holds immense significance in shaping the future of our educational systems and by extension the future of our children. The subject we are about to delve into is developmentally inspired education. This innovative approach has the potential to revolutionize the way we educate our young minds, emphasizing a deeper understanding of individual growth and potential. Before diving deeper into the topic, let us first understand what is computational neuroscience. Computational neuroscience is a multidisciplinary field that combines the power of computer science, mathematics, and biology to unravel the mysteries of the human brain. It seeks to develop mathematical models and simulations that mimic the brain's intricate processes, enabling us to gain insights into complex cognitive functions, decision making, and sensory perception. By bringing the gap between neuroscience and technology, computational neuroscience offers a unique perspective on how our brain works, with the potential to advance various fields from artificial intelligence to medical research. Let's get a brief intro on what is developmentally inspired education and its relation to computational neuroscience. Developmentally inspired education is an innovative approach rooted in our evolving understanding of how the human brain develops and learns. It recognizes that the brain undergoes significant changes at various stages of development, and this understanding serves as a foundational principle for educational practice. Now, you might be wondering how this relates to computational neuroscience. Well, computational neuroscience, as we discussed earlier, offers us a deeper insight into the intricate workings of the brain. This knowledge is invaluable when it comes to designing educational experiences that are precisely tailored to the needs and abilities of learners at different stages of development. In practice, developmentally inspired education focuses on aligning teaching methods with the unique developmental stages of children. It places a strong emphasis on hands on learning, exploration, and creativity. By incorporating insights from computational neuroscience, educators can more effectively adapt their teaching approaches to optimize learning outcomes and nurture the full potential of each and every student. In this way, we bridge the gap between neuroscience and education to create a more personalized and effective learning journey. Moreover, as we delve deeper into the realms of computational neuroscience, we uncover fascinating insights about the brain's remarkable plasticity, its capacity to adapt and rewire. This understanding opens up exciting possibilities for reimagining how we teach and learn, tapping into the brain's incredible potential for growth and adaptation throughout life. In essence, developmentally inspired education and computational neuroscience together offers a glimpse into a future where education is not a static institution but a fluid, evolving journey that empowers individuals to reach their highest intellectual and creative potential. These are some of the examples that are adopted as a part of developmentally inspired education. Let us look into them one by one. Play based learning, which is a fun and effective way for children to learn and develop important skills through play and exploration. Instead of traditional teaching methods, it encourages kids to discover, imagine, and experiment on their own. This helps them learn about the world, problem solving, social interaction, and more, all while having a great time. It's like learning by playing games, doing activities, and using their creativity, making education enjoyable and engaging for young minds. The second one is personalized learning, is like having a tailor-made education just for you. It's when teachers and technology work together to understand your unique strengths and weaknesses. Then they create a learning plan that suits you the best. This means you get to learn at your own pace, focusing on what you need to know and using materials that match your interests and abilities. It's all about making learning fit you like a perfectly customized outfit so you can learn in the way that works best for you. The third one is project based learning, which is a hands-on approach to education where students learn by working on projects or real-life tasks. Instead of just memorizing facts, they tackle problems, create things, and explore topics in depth. This helps them understand the subject better and develop important skills like teamwork, critical thinking, and problem solving. These examples demonstrate the versatility and effectiveness of developmentally inspired learning methods across different age groups and subject areas, fostering engagement and a deeper understanding of the material.
Developmentally inspired learning takes into account how the brain learns and ensures that educational approaches align with natural cognitive process of individuals. So let's look into the topic how brain learns before moving ahead. In order to learn anything, whether it's maths, a foreign language, guitar, or how to dribble a basketball, you need to create and strengthen pathways in your brain. Think about shooting a free throw. Know that feeling when you have got it down and don't even have to think about it. That's muscle memory. Here is the thing. Muscle memory lives in the brain, not the muscles. Your brain controls everything your muscles do, and it does this by activating specific neural pathways for each and every movement. These are functional pathways, neurons working together to achieve a goal. Say you are learning how to shoot a free throw if it's your first time doing it. You don't yet have a pathway for that movement in the brain. You need to create it. Let's use an analogy to look at what's happening in the brain during this time. When you're first learning, your brain is like a forest full of trees and dense foliage with no clear pathway between point A and B. As you learn the mechanics of shooting a free throw, you create a trail through the forest. Now you can shoot the free throw because you have created the pathway in your brain. But here probably you don't make many shots because it's so new. The pathway isn't clear enough yet. In order to improve your free throws, you need to define and strengthen the free pathway in your brain. The way you can do it is practice. Gradually widens the trails through the trees, turning it into a dirt road between A and B. You are started to get pretty good. Now you are making more free throws than not. You don't have to think about mechanics as much. That's because pathway gets stronger after each reps, and you have done a lot of reps. With each and every practice, the dirt road turns into a paved road connecting A and B, allowing information transmit at a faster rate. Now you are 70% free throws shooter, and when you step up to the line, you don't even have to think about it. Eventually, with enough practice, what started as a trial has become a full blown highway. Next comes plasticity. You're the master drain. Almost every free throw and movement is completely second nature. Scientists call this plasticity, and it's your brain innate ability to create and strengthen connection between neurons. These connections are the path through the forest. Then comes hyperplasticity. Optimizing this process by temporarily increasing plasticity in the part of your brain that controls movement so that your brain can create and strengthen these pathways faster than could otherwise. We call this hyperplasticity. When you practice or train in this state, you will be able to write muscle memories more effectively, allowing you to get that much more out of your practice. Factors necessary for successful learning. Successful learning is the process of acquiring new knowledge and skills, being able to apply them in real world situations. There are many factors that contribute to the successful learning, but four of them are most important. Attention. Attention is the ability to focus on specific task or stimulus. It's essential for learning because it's always us to process information and store it in our memory. There are many factors that can affect our attention, such as our motivation, our environment, and our physical states. Here are some tips for improving your attention. Set clear goal for yourself. Eliminate distraction from your environment. Take breaks. Then comes active engagement. Active engagement is the process of actively interacting with the material you are learning. This could involve taking notes, asking questions, participating in discussion, or completing activities. Active engagement is important for learning because it helps us to process information more deeply and to form stronger memories. Here are some tips for increasing your active engagement. Take notes, ask questions, participate in discussion, complete activities. Next comes feedback. Feedback is information about your performance on a task or assignment. It can be positive or negative. It can come from variety of sources such as instructors, peer, or self-reflection. Feedback is important for learning because it helps us to identify your strengths and weaknesses and to make adjustment to your learning strategies. Here are some tips for seeking feedback and using it effectively. Ask for feedback regularly. Be open to both positive and negative feedbacks. Use feedback to make changes to your learning strategies. Next comes knowledge consolidation. Knowledge consolidation is the process of integrating new information with your existing knowledge and skills. It is important for learning because it allows you to retain information for long period of time and apply it to new situations. Here are some steps for consolidating your knowledge. Review the materials regularly. Summarize the materials in your own words. Make connections between the new information and your existing knowledge and skill. Apply new information to new situations. Attention, active engagement, feedback, and knowledge consolidation are the four of the most important factors for successful learning. By following the tips above, you can improve your learning and achieve your academic goals.
Up to this point, we have explored the significance of developmentally inspired education. Now let's delve into the strategies and approaches for transforming early childhood education. We need to revolutionize education, especially in early childhood. Young children have unique needs, capabilities, and learning styles. Traditional education systems often impose a one size fits all approach, which can hinder a child's natural curiosity and creativity. Developmentally inspired education focuses on tailoring teaching methods to the individual needs and abilities of each child, allowing them to learn at their own pace and explore their interests. By embracing this approach, we can nurture a child's innate love for learning, encourage critical thinking, and develop important skills like problem solving and collaboration from an early age. This not only enhances a child's overall development, but also better prepares them for the challenges of the 21st century, where adaptability and innovation are highly valued. Another crucial reason to revolutionize education is the recognition that approximately 90% of a child's brain development occurs before the age of 5. During these formative years, a child's brain is highly malleable and receptive to learning experiences. Therefore, providing developmentally appropriate education during this critical period is essential for optimizing a child's cognitive, emotional, and social development. By tailoring education to the unique needs and capabilities of young children, we can maximize their potential and provide a strong foundation for future learning. Failure to do so may result in missed opportunities to foster essential skills and abilities which can have long lasting implications for a child's overall development and future success. This emphasizes the urgency and significance of transforming early childhood education to ensure that we make the most of this critical window of brain development. In summary, revolutionizing education with a developmentally inspired approach ensures that we unlock the full potential of every child and create a more adaptable, creative, and informed generation of future adults. As we work toward revolutionizing education, we will examine how adjustments should be made based on the child's age. Revolutionizing education at the early stages of life, spanning from infancy to elementary school level, marks a profound shift in our approach to nurturing young minds. This transformation revolves around the fundamental idea of tailoring teaching methods and learning environments to align with the unique developmental needs and interests of learners at different ages. Let's take a closer look at this journey, starting with infancy. Typically, children under the age of 2 are categorized as infants. This is a period categorized by early brain development. During these crucial years, sensory experiences and early interactions with caregivers play a pivotal role in shaping a child's neural connections. It's a time when the brain is rapidly forming, and the quality of these interactions can significantly influence a child's cognitive growth. Attachment and emotional development. Infants also experience the development of emotional bonds and attachment to caregivers. Responsive, loving care during the stage sets the stage for healthy social and emotional development. It's during these years that trust, security, and the foundations of future relationships are established. Revolutionizing education at this stage involves recognizing the profound impact that these early experiences have on a child's cognitive and emotional development. It emphasizes the need for educational practices that respect the natural rhythm of development, creating a strong foundation upon which future learning can thrive. This approach ensures that education at the early stages is not only academically enriching but also emotionally supportive and nurturing, setting the stage for a holistic educational journey. We now arrive at the vital stage of preschool, spanning from 3 to 5 years of age. The key educational aspects at this age are as follows: socialization and play. Preschool education places a strong emphasis on socialization through play and interactions with peers. These experiences are not merely playtime, but critical opportunities for children to develop essential social skills, emotional regulation, and the ability to collaborate effectively with others. These early interactions form the foundation for positive social relationships that will shape their future. Early literacy and numeracy. In preschool, children are introduced to basic literacy and numeracy concepts in a fun and an engaging manner. Through stories, rhymes, and games, they begin to explore the fascinating world of letters and numbers. This early exposure sets the stage for the development of strong academic skills in the years to come. Creative expression. Creativity is nurtured through art, music, storytelling, etc. Preschool encourages children to express themselves, fostering their imagination and self expression. These creative outlets not only enhance artistic abilities but also contribute to the development of critical thinking and problem solving skills. The revolution in early childhood education at the preschool stage understands that children at this age learn best through active participation, exploration, and play. By recognizing and respecting the developmental needs and interests of young learners, we pave the way for a future where education is not only effective but also enjoyable and enriching, setting the stage for a lifelong love of learning. The third crucial stage we are going to discuss is about elementary school level, which is spanned from 6 to 11 years age of a child. Here the emphasis shifts to the following aspects: Fundamental academic skills. Elementary school education places a strong focus on building strong foundational skills in literacy, numeracy, and critical thinking. It's a pivotal time when children transition from acquiring basic knowledge to developing a deeper understanding of subjects, setting the stage for more advanced learning in the future. Character education. Education extends beyond academics to impart essential life values like respect, responsibility, and empathy. Character education helps students become well rounded individuals who not only excel academically but also contribute positively to society. These values are integrated into the school's culture, fostering a sense of community and cooperation. Exploration of interests. Elementary school serves as an exploration phase, introducing students to various subjects. This allows them to discover their personal interests and strengths. It's a time when children can develop a love for subjects like science, art, music, or history. This exploration helps guide their educational path and personal development. Revolutionizing education at the elementary school level recognizes the need to strike a balance between academic excellence and character development. It acknowledges that education is not just about the acquisition of knowledge, but also about nurturing well rounded, responsible, and motivated individuals who are prepared for the complexities of the modern world. Some of the well known revolutionizing and influential approaches do include Reggio Emilia approach. This approach, which originated in Italy, focuses on fostering a child's natural curiosity and creativity. It places a strong emphasis on hands on learning, art, and the importance of the environment in a child's education. The Reggio Emilia approach recognizes the child as a capable and resourceful learner. Montessori method. The Montessori method is renowned for its child centered approach, where children are encouraged to explore and learn at their own pace. It provides a prepared environment and materials designed to promote independence, self discipline, and a love for learning. Flipped classroom. The flipped classroom model shifts the traditional learning paradigm by having students review lectures or course materials at home and using classroom time for interactive discussions, problem solving, and practical application. It promotes active learning and engagement. Personalized learning. Personalized learning is about tailoring the educational experience to individual student needs and interests. It uses technology and adaptive teaching methods to ensure that students progress at their own pace, emphasizing mastery of subjects over strict timelines. Let's talk a bit more on Reggio Emilia approach to education. The Reggio Emilia approach, born in the town of Reggio Emilia, Italy, after World War II, stands as a revolutionary philosophy of early childhood education. It is grounded in the belief that children are natural, inquisitive learners who can construct their own knowledge through exploration and collaboration. This approach places a strong emphasis on the environment as an integral part of the learning process. It views the classroom as a third teacher alongside the child's peers and the teacher. As we explore the Reggio Emilia approach further, we encounter four fundamental principles that define its unique educational philosophy. The first one is emergent curriculum. In Reggio Emilia, the curriculum emerges from the children's interests, their family's input, and close observations by teachers on their students' growth and exploration. It's a collaborative process where teachers gather to compare their notes and decide on projects and materials that align with the children's natural curiosity and passions. The second one is in depth projects. Learning in Reggio Emilia is structured around in depth projects, often referred to as adventures for young learners. These projects are led by the children themselves with teachers as guides. They can span a week, a few weeks, or even the entire school year. Within these projects, children choose an area of research and follow it through to its conclusion. This approach fosters critical thinking and a sense of ownership in the learning process as children explore subjects that genuinely interest them. The third principle is representational development. The Reggio Emilia approach places a strong emphasis on allowing children to represent their ideas and learning in various forms, which includes print, art, drama, dance, music, puppetry, etc. This principle acknowledges that learning and growth can manifest in diverse ways. It promotes equity in education by recognizing that each child may have their unique way of expressing themselves and encourages them to embrace their strengths and translate them into various areas of learning. The fourth principle is collaboration. Collaboration is at the heart of the Reggio Emilia approach. In these classrooms, teachers actively encourage groups of children to work together. They use dialogue, comparisons, negotiations, and respect to guide their collective learning journey. By basing the course of study on the children's interests, the approach naturally fosters a collaborative environment where students learn the value of teamwork and communication. These two principles, along with the previous ones, make the Reggio Emilia approach a holistic and child-centered method of education that not only nurtures intellectual development but also promotes creativity, individuality, and collaboration. In this innovative philosophy, not only students but also teachers take on multiple roles to provide the best learning experience for children. First, they engage in collaborative curriculum development, working alongside children, parents, and colleagues. This collaborative spirit empowers children and ensures that their voices and interests are integrated into the curriculum, creating meaningful and engaging learning experiences. Furthermore, the Reggio Emilia approach recognizes children as active, capable learners. It shifts the lens from traditional developmental psychology to view childhood as a social construct. Teachers encourage child-centered learning where children are seen as agentic participants in their own education, fostering a love for learning from a young age. Pedagogical flexibility is another hallmark of this approach. Teachers adapt and respond to the unpredictability of classroom interactions. They move away from rigid theoretical perspectives, ensuring that the learning environment remains dynamic and tailored to the unique needs of each child. Additionally, Reggio Emilia educators challenge stereotypes and traditional teaching norms. They create inclusive and diverse learning spaces, embracing innovative and transformative pedagogies that benefit all students regardless of their backgrounds. In summary, effective teaching in the Reggio Emilia approach involves the creation of purposeful learning environments, flexible pedagogical approaches, and a commitment to challenging traditional norms to foster innovative and transformative practices. This philosophy recognizes that teachers play a crucial role in laying the foundation for a lifetime of learning and personal growth of students. The National Education Policy 2020 in India shares common principles with the Reggio Emilia approach, reflecting a shared commitment to transforming the education system in India. Reggio Emilia champions the child's innate curiosity and creativity, while the NEP seeks to awaken the latent potential in every Indian student. It encourages a shift away from rote learning towards a more holistic and creative learning experience, much like the Reggio Emilia approach's emphasis on child-driven, project-based learning. Let us discuss briefly about importance of mathematics in early childhood life. Mathematics in early childhood education stimulates cognitive development. It encourages children to think logically, analyze patterns, and make connections. By engaging in math activities, young learners enhance their problem-solving abilities and develop critical thinking skills. This cognitive development not only lays the foundation for future math proficiency, but also benefits their overall intellectual growth, which can extend to other academic areas. These skills include problem solving and critical thinking skills. Mathematics encourages children to think critically and solve problems. They learn how to break down complex issues into manageable steps, analyze information, and make informed decisions. Logical reasoning. Through mathematics, children develop logical reasoning skills. They learn to recognize patterns, make connections, and draw conclusions based on evidence and deductive reasoning. Spatial awareness. Math activities such as geometry and spatial reasoning enhance a child's understanding of space, shapes, and their relationships. This spatial awareness is valuable in fields like science, engineering, and design. Foundation for success in other academic areas. Proficiency in mathematics often serves as a strong foundation for success in various academic subjects. It enhances problem solving abilities, which are transferable to other subjects, and critical thinking skills that are useful in all areas of learning.
Let's discuss one interesting approach to learning mathematics called RME, which stands for Realistic Mathematical Education. RME is a constructive approach to mathematical education. It means that it assumes that students learn best by actively constructing their own knowledge. In RME classrooms, students are engaged in real world problems and activities that help them to develop a deeper understanding of mathematical concepts. RME has many benefits. It helps students to see the relevance of mathematics to their own lives, to develop critical thinking skills, and to become problem solvers. Here are some examples of RME activities. Student might build a model of house to learn about geometry and measurement. Student might create a budget to learn about fractions and percentages. Student might design an experiment to learn about probability and stats. RME is a fun, engaging way to learn mathematics. It helps students to develop the skills that they need to be successful in school and in life. Extending the above topic, we will discuss an interesting experiment from the following paper, Improving Mathematics Teaching in Kindergarten with Realistic Mathematical Education. The experiment involves 231 Greek kindergarten students who were divided into two groups, an experimental group that was taught mathematics using RME principles and a control group that was taught mathematics using traditional methods. The experimental group was taught using a variety of RME activities such as solving real world problems such as counting how many toys are there in a box or dividing cookies amongst friends. Using manipulatives such as blocks and beads to present mathematical concepts, discussing and explaining their mathematical thinking. The control group was taught mathematics using traditional methods such as rote memorizing and drills and practices. The result of the study shown that the experimental group outperformed the control group of the measure of mathematical competence. This suggests RME is an effective approach to teaching mathematics in kindergarten. There are several reasons why RME may be effective in kindergarten. First, RME activities are often hands-on and playful, which is appropriate for developmental level of kindergarten schools. Second, RME activities are often connected in real-world application, which makes mathematics more meaningful and engaging for students. Third, RME activities encourage students to think critically and solve problems. Fourth, RME activities provide opportunities for students to discuss their mathematical thinking and to learn from each other. The findings of this study have important implications for kindergarten teachers. Kindergarten teachers should consider using RME principles in their teaching to help their students develop a strong foundation in mathematics and to develop the critical thinking and problem solving skills that they will need to succeed in schools and in life. Here is an example of how kindergarten teacher could use RMA principle to teach the concept of addition. The teacher could start by asking the students to bring in a collection of their favorite toys. The student could then count their toys and share their result with teacher. The teacher could then introduce the concept of addition by showing students how to combine two collection of toys to create a new collection.
The third and most important topic is how mathematics impacts early childhood of a child and shape the developing brain. Looking from a neuroscience perspective, research has shown that the brain is highly plastic in nature, meaning that it is rapidly developing and changing in response to experiences, especially in children. This makes it a critical time for exposing children to mathematics, as these experiences can help to shape the neural pathways that will support mathematical learning throughout life. It also highlights the importance of involving mathematics in early childhood education by providing children with opportunities to explore and learn about mathematical concepts. Here are some examples on how to involve mathematics in early childhood education. Read books to children that involve counting, sorting, and other mathematical concepts. Play games with children that involve math skills such as board games, card games, and dice games. Encourage children to explore their environment and ask questions about the world around them. Provide children with opportunities to use manipulatives and other concrete materials to learn about math concepts. Make math fun and engaging for children by using music, movement, and other creative activities. So, in future videos, we'll go in deeper on all the above concepts we discussed, and we will also give few examples and experimentations done by scientists to actually understand how children are really good at learning all these type of skills.
Lastly, we are busting out some common myths about neuroscience and education. Myth number 1. The brain is divided into two hemispheres, each with its own unique function. Example, left brain for logic and right brain for creativity. The brain is not as simple as two hemispheres with two different functions. While it's true that the two hemispheres have some specialized function such as language processing in the left hemisphere and spatial processing in the right hemisphere, they are highly interconnected and works together to perform most tasks. Myth number 2. People learn best through their preferred learning style. Example, visual, auditory, etc. There is no scientific evidence to support the idea of learning styles. In fact, research has shown that people learn best when they are exposed to information in a variety of ways. Myth number 3. There are critical periods in brain development during which children must learn certain things or they will never be able to learn them later. While it's true, there are certain periods of brain development that are more optimal for learning certain skills such as language development. It's not true that children can never learn the skills later in life. The brain is constantly changing and adapting, and it's possible to learn new things at any age. Myth number 4. Students can only focus for short period of time, so lessons should be broken up into small chunks. Students can focus for different lengths of time depending on the task and their individual needs. Some students are able to focus for long period of time while others need break into small chunks. It's important to provide students with variety of learning activities and to allow them to take breaks when needed. Myth number 5. Students need to move around in order to learn effectively. While movement can be beneficial for learning, it's not essential. Some students learn best when they are moving around, while others learn best when they are still sitting. It's important to provide students with variety of learning environment and to allow them to choose environment that works best for them. Myth number 6. Students learn best in a quiet environment. Some students learn best in quiet environment while others learn best in more stimulating environment. It's important to provide students with a variety of learning environment and to allow them to choose the environment that works best for them. Finally, it's important to be aware of the myth about neuroscience and education so that we can make informed decisions and about how we teach and learn. By understanding how the brain learns, we can create more effective and engaging learning experience for all students.
We aim to conclude this presentation with a captivating image of a tree, symbolizing the various facets of a child's development and how they amalgamate their experiences and learning throughout life to thrive and find meaning. Thank you all.